Are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem in the Crypto, episode 1054. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2023. Goodness gracious. And I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish, in today's top stories, Genesis is planning to file for bankruptcy. CoinDesk could be up for grabs as parent company DCG scrambles for funds. Bitzlato and his founder face enforcement actions from U.S. authorities. FinCEN lists Binance among the top Bitcoin counterparties of Bitzlato. Bitzlato kept a low profile but did not go entirely unnoticed before Department of Justice action. And Compass Mining is being sued for losing Bitcoin mining machines bought by customers. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on those prices?
Oh, yeah. So taking a look at our prices for today, Bitcoin is sitting pretty at 20,853, down almost 3% today. Ethereum at $1,535, down 3.9% today. Binance Coin at 290 is down 4.2% today. XRP at 38 cents is down 1.7% today. Cardano sitting at 33 cents is down 5.5% on the last 24 hours. Dogecoin at 8 cents, down 7.8% today. And rounding out the top 10 is Polygon at 93 cents, down 7.6%. And some of our trending coins include Singularity Net, Taboo Token, and Solana. So a good little switch up there in the trending coins. And for the DGens that want to dumpster dive, Web3 Camp, which isn't worth a penny with a hole in it, Communist, which isn't worth the lint in your left pocket, and Genesis Wink as well. So if you want to go dumpster diving, those are your coins for today.
And in addition to the prices, we did cancel yesterday's trading class again. As the email mentioned, right now the prices are in the wrong direction of what we want to trade. So we were waiting for a little bit of that pressure to come off. I think it's going to come off this weekend. We're already starting to see it a little bit. I saw the article today say the combo breaker. They thought they were going to break Bitcoin's 10-day moving average in the positive direction. We did not break that. Went the opposite direction. Again, kind of what we expected. So now that the prices are decreasing, probably take about 2 or 3 days over the weekend to see where we sit back at by Sunday, Monday, but we can resume that by then. But again, we just want to make sure we find some good entry points. All right, top.
Hold on. Before we start, we got to start off with, first of all, happy motherfucking birthday to my boy.
Hey, boss up and get the money.
Hey, boss up and get the money. Oh yeah, happy birthday, baby.
Much appreciated, kind sir, as well as the comments. Another year around the sun. Believe it or not, people, I was joking the other day, a lady, bro, I went to go buy like a cigar the other day, right? The lady said, you over 21? I said, shit. I said, baby, I'm middle-aged now. I'm officially middle-aged, people. This is the age, like, black men don't make it this far, especially where I'm from. All right, I'm middle-aged. I'm a senior citizen in some of the parts I'm from, for real. But I'm definitely a middle-aged man now. Lots about to change. I can officially run for president if I want to. I think I can. Is it 35?
Yep, 35.
Yeah, I think I can officially run for president. So if you hate the way the country is, write me in. If not, don't ever ask me any type of social or political question because I'm literally just going to reply, are you paying me for it or are you writing me in the ballot? If the answer is no, I'm not going to answer. So either write me in, I can run for it. I'm actually qualified. And yeah, I'm a middle-aged man. I made it this far. My goal is only 50 anyway. My goal is 50. So, I mean, this is my third life already. If everything goes wrong, I can still buy me a couple cribs in Detroit. I'm a successful man. Life has worked out. But worst case scenario, I can call it a day by 50. That's the next goal right now, is to make it a 50 and to make a bigger imprint. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, King 2028. Let's go ahead and start the campaign now.
Let's go. Nah, hey, listen, y'all would want me, but y'all want it because the first 4 years is gonna be vegetables. Y'all ain't ate vegetables in a long time. We about nothing but vegetables, baby. It's gonna be some hard living. All right, real quick shout outs going on Satoshi Slim, Next World Leader, Bitcoin Madam, Wendy Nichols, Lift Hunt Game, Larry, Crazy BX, Don, Satoshi Slim, Hassan. Satoshi Slim said, damn, that twin shoulder tap became a body slam. Talking about DCG and Gemini. We'll be talking about that. What's going on? PFC Wells, Trek is in the house. OMAC, OMAC, Kadeem K, Rashu, 5252 Crypto. Thank you for the tip, Larry N. Everybody's in the house. Welcome back. Thank you. Kadeem K, you know what's up. So we wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on you. We still listen. Hey, every time after, I can tell you the years. 18, I was lost. 21, I was lost. And 25, I was semi-lost with all three. Because every time I was like, you talking about now planning. Like I planned long term, but it was also like if it happens. But when it was happening, it was like, bro, you remember that? In college, I was like, bro, I'm really 22, bro. Like, we too lit right now to be. I didn't dodge a lot of stuff this last couple of years. So yeah, trust me, people.
Like
It was
like Boosie said, if you make it to see 25, nigga, you an OG. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So
Where
yeah. Where I'm from, I'm an official double at this point. So it's crazy. All right, let's get into the top stories of the day. We've officially been calling it, and once again, got to go back to the frustration of this market where the small folks are ignored, and instead we listen to the bigger companies and platforms and take their word as God. That is right. Just like Terra Luna and Duquan told you nothing was wrong before it went belly up. Just like literally SBF a few months ago told you literally nothing was wrong. And 24 hours later, it went belly up. And of course, that's after they took a 30% stake in an actual venture capital company, which is hilarious to me. After all that, then you literally have DCG penning an entire letter to the market, essentially telling us nothing is wrong without at all even commenting on the capital. You remember when we said it's official because after this entire letter and Twitter thread, he never actually mentioned the capital or the debt. He just mentioned what they've been doing throughout their history. Even after that, it turns out they were all lying. DCG was lying.
You don't say.
You don't say. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. DCG, that's right. Well, Genesis first. Genesis, of course, a subsidiary of DCG, is planning to file for bankruptcy. That's right. Literally a week ago, the CEO, the companies that is responsible for DCG, for Genesis DCG, they came out with a letter. The CEO, Barry Silbert, essentially saying, "Hey guys, all this good stuff we done for the community, we're working on some things, blah blah blah," not addressing the issue. But as this story here says, another one bites the dust. A report suggested an initial bankruptcy filing from Genesis could come before February. And again, for our class, for our students in our actual coaching classes, this is what we were talking about. We're like, if we enter a trade right now, and I know we just missed this last short pump the last couple of weeks. So it's like, yeah, we could have made something off the top. But this is what we've been waiting for right here. Because if this actually happens here in this next month, the prices will slide. They own a lot of stuff, DCG as a whole, and as well as Genesis. They're in the market. But again, we're talking about crypto lending firm Genesis Global Capital, a subsidiary of crypto conglomerate Digital Currency, is reportedly preparing to file for bankruptcy as early as this week. According to January 18th, hey, right after Martin Luther King Day, folks.
Every time.
listen, we don't miss with that one. At this point, we don't miss. Go to all our episodes the first week of January, and then go to all the episodes the week after January 19th, the Martin Luther King Day week, yeah. But according to the January 18th Bloomberg report, Genesis previously said it was considering a bankruptcy filing if it was unable to raise cash amid liquidity crunch. A situation, and this is the whole thing. What do you mean raising cash in the liquidity crunch? No. You get to go out of business. Next one up. Yeah. There isn't we're in a crunch and we lost all the money. Can we have more? How did this become the thing? No, you're done for, my boy. A situation similar to that preceding crypto exchanges FTX Chapter 11 filing in November. Citing people with knowledge of the situation, Bloomberg reported Genesis could file for bankruptcy as soon as this week. This is crazy. What are your thoughts on this? And again, this is coming from Genesis and this partnership with Gemini and this Earn program, which of course Gemini is not calling the Gemini Earn program anymore. But the Winklevoss twins have said that CEO Barry Silbert and Genesis owes them $900 million for that program. And then they also came out and said, but hey, it's not just us. They're like 1.5, 1.6 billion in the hole when it comes to debtors. So what are your thoughts on this story? What's going on with Genesis? And of course, some of their ancillary companies like CoinDesk. How could this be affected?
Hey, man, you can't be in the Bitcoin and crypto world, which is supposed to be for free market capitalism, and then ask for bailouts like a bank. That is the opposite of what this market is about. If you fail, you fail. This is the standard we want to hold banks to. So we have to hold it in this industry, or we're not really an industry anymore. We're just banking with a different name, pig with lipstick on it. So right now, two things that I've seen from this story. First, we said it December 7th, 2022. The video, I'm never going to forget it, where I predicted that DCG was going to go under. And the second thing is, I should have known this earlier because I tried to work with a guy in Miami He wanted to buy 8 figures worth of Bitcoin, and he tried to get it through Genesis, and they were having trouble processing it. They were
Oh,
saying,
you
"Well,
should
right
have known
now,
it then. Come
yeah,
on, bro.
I should." This was back in I think July, August, something like that, and the deal never went through. And I was like, "That's weird. How do y'all not have?" He wants to buy it. He's actively like on the phone, like, "I'm going to buy it right now. Like
I
10 minutes."
have the cash. I thought you had
I
the
have the
Bitcoin.
cash,
What's the problem?
and they didn't have it, and they kept saying like, well, it'll be in small blocks, and we'll be able to. Nah. So I should have known about Genesis, but DCG definitely, and we'll get into CoinDesk in a second. But the main thing about this story is that in this market, in the bear market, if you over leverage, if you have too many loans out, if you owe too many people money, you're going to go under. And the bad part about it is most of these companies that are going under are by quote unquote reputable people. Remember, uh, all the stuff about SBF. Everybody thought he was the next Warren Buffett. Barry Silbert was supposedly the savior of the industry with DCG, having CoinDesk and Genesis. No. Three Arrows Capital, Voyager, Terra Luna, they're all looked at as like saviors of the industry, or that they have some super smart plan. And this is the facts, people. They're not that smart. They're not much smarter than you. Trust me. They might have a
That's the
little bit
main
more
thing.
experience.
Listen, no, if you've been
They're not
watching us
much
for
smarter than you.
years, they're not smarter than you.
Yeah.
If you've watched
They're
us for
not smarter
years,
than you.
they are not
No.
smarter than you. We're trying to tell you
No.
this.
And like I said, the good old boys club where you can get funding, where you could just wake up in the morning and get $500 million. The people who make those investments, they still exist. This isn't anything different from Silicon Valley. The problem is when they fail, they don't get bailouts anymore. That's the good thing about this industry, is that now bad actors get kicked off the show. So at this, I mean, I'm not surprised at all, but I should have known it earlier. But we did make this prediction. I haven't seen any other channel. Maybe somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't seen any other channel make this prediction as early as they did. And because I used to work for CoinDesk, it's a little bit extra sweeter going into this next story, because they're owned by DCG.
All right, all right. Well, with that being said, the next story, of course, CoinDesk, of course, which is owned by DCG, as Bitcoins they just mentioned, could be up for grabs as parent company DCG scrambles for funds. Now, here's another thing. Not only did we know this, because we did, you announced it live December 7th, as you said. We've been talking about this. I'm actually, I'm not happy that who covered this? Bloomberg. Damn, Bloomberg. Can we get a quote? How'd y'all know so early? Can we get? Honestly, that's people. I'll tell you this. It's actually our fault that we're not mainstream publications. We'll change that here in 2 weeks. Watch this. Watch what I say. Watch what I say. 2 weeks. We'll be in some publications because they do be asking. But my thing is, really quick before you get into this CoinDesk story, people, when I tell you Zay called this one, I think we actually said it once on the show. We kind of slipped it out, but I know we've said it behind the scenes. And I have my laptop on Do Not Disturb, but I still get email notifications. But one of the things we mentioned when Zay did get fired from CoinDesk, and as we were doing some due diligence in the market for these type of websites, essentially someone came to us and was like, hey, if you guys want to be the CoinDesk replacement, we can back you. Then we started doing our homework. We were like, hey, CoinDesk might not last that long. And so but just for some other reasons, Zay, I think you did say a lie. I want to say you said it live when you was like, you're not worried. They like their time's running out type of deal. But people, this is something.
My spiritual advisor told me that.
You did say that live. You said somebody's spiritual advisor said it.
She was like, "There's no reason to care because they're not going to be around much longer." And I was like,
"That's what it was."
Like, trust me, you were supposed to be gone to basically avoid all of this, because it would suck to just wake up one day and the job is gone, rather than the way that happened.
Right. So I do remember you saying that spiritual advisor line live, and there were some things behind the scenes. So our point is, people, we definitely started calling this one early. So let's go ahead and actually cover it. What's going on with CoinDesk? Not only as they may be up for grabs, but in general, how did you see, one more time for those who may be new, how did you see this whole fiasco from DCG kind of happening anyway?
Mm-hmm. So the main thing with DCG, what I saw was they were over leveraged the same way that FTX was, the same way all of these exchanges are. The main thing with them is because they own Genesis. Genesis is the exchange I'm speaking of, but also the fact that Barry Silbert, whenever he started getting called out, he went a month and a half without tweeting anything. He didn't say anything. He's an active tweeter. People see it all the time. He didn't say anything. So that sort of fired off the red flags. Also, too, behind the scenes of CoinDesk, knowing some of the people who put together Consensus, knowing some of the people who put together a lot of the things for their company. Again, my spiritual advisor told me, but I kind of didn't want to believe it until she said it, that they had issues and that they had money problems, which I could clearly see based on the fact they couldn't do certain things that they wanted as far as media. So that was my inclination. And the main thing about it was, again, if you have an over leveraged product, if you have an exchange, you are bound to fail. It's just win. I mean, even Binance, I don't think is going to last forever. Simply, and we'll get to that story later. But if you have these exchanges and you're doing rehypothecation on the back end, it's only a matter of time. And with CoinDesk being owned by them, I mean, they're gonna get the friendly fire as well. So unfortunately for them, they'll have to figure it out. Hopefully, nobody buys them, and I can just go ahead. We can go ahead and bring CoinDesk employees over to us. And King knows we got some things under the wraps.
We need to press the gas now at this point, since they're gonna make this happen. Okay, there we go.
Already on it, bro. Check out the Gentlemen of Crypto channel. Starting this weekend, you're about to see a bunch of new stuff. And when we talk about pushing it into overdrive, you'll see it.
There he is. All right. So Charles Hoskinson, what did he do again? This isn't 10 cent. Which one is this? Which one did he do? Charles Hoskinson. Oh, that's Cardano. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Listen. That will be now. Oh, no. Listen, people. This will be the biggest in-your-face scam / rug pull since Terra Luna. If Charles Hoskinson spends your fucking Cardano money on CoinDesk, I will cry myself to sleep laughing. I actually hope he does it just to prove a point about you following these false gods and prophets in this market. Listen, if Charles Hoskinson says we got the money, and Cardano prices dips in half, we know what happened. No, we about to say.
Yeah, Charles finally left Africa feeding naked African babies and planting trees to come out of the woodworks to try and buy CoinDesk. This would be hilarious. This is what you call the villain arc story. Like,
right,
basically start off as a villain and go to the hero because he could save a whole company. So this is how people rebrand in the crypto space.
Well, it'll be a arc for that, but for the people who invested in Cardano, definitely that would be their villain arc story, right? Like, what? I tried to do right. This is it. One thing I do want to comment on, as it says here, the company was acquired in 2016 for $500,000. That's CoinDesk, and is now receiving offers exceeding $200 million, so over a 40,000% return. So yeah, we definitely need to get on that if that's how it looks. And again, this was crazy, people. CoinDesk is going for 500,000, 200 million. CoinDesk ain't that good. Like, and if they're going for 200, I mean, this is CoinDesk right now. If they're going for 200 million, how much is Cointelegraph going for? Fucking $500 million? 250? Like
it's the
300?
The thing CoinDesk has over Cointelegraph is global reach. Cointelegraph doesn't have the global reach that CoinDesk has. CoinDesk has a huge reach. Matter of fact, while you're on the website, search and see if Community Crypto is still up there, if they took it down. But that's the big difference.
People don't take down content, my boy. That's going to be up there. Watch.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Usually content will stay. Did they take it down? I don't know. Am I doing it wrong? Why? If you would have searched it before, it would have came up?
Yeah, it would have popped up. But that's the thing. I think they took down the show. But I mean, in my opinion, I was the best thing to happen to CoinDesk because they finally had a show that highlighted the plebs that were talking to the community, people that had meetup groups, people that were in different countries, people that may or may not have had a chance without the crypto market. That's why it was an important show. But the thing with CoinDesk is they have such a international reach.
They still got you, by the way. It's still up here, by the way. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's still up here.
Yeah, but and then Trek just took the words out of my mouth. Somebody's going to buy CoinDesk and they're going to turn it into CNN, or they're going to turn it into mainstream, which is it's already headed that way. Which I think that's what they were going for with the exit. So we'll see exactly what they do after somebody either purchases it, or we'll see if they'll be sitting in limbo for a while.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing about all this stuff is, damn, we're gonna have to be more mature. We gotta be responsible once we make all these deals and partnerships.
Yeah,
like we saw you guys are smoking a blunt live. Is that true? Yeah, what do we got to do with trading and analysis? What do we got to do with anything? All right, now let's see. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Again, to be fair though, they had their run. 2016 and 2023, people, we keep telling you 2 to 3 years anyway. So you're talking about they had a 6 to 7 year, 6 year run essentially. That's great. That was great. That's a great run. This is people. Keep telling you this is crypto. So they did a 6 year run. That's great. Great job. I mean, they lasted longer than CCN. CCN had like a 1.5 2 year run where they were super hot and then literally flamed out on some news. it's I mean, you see our channel. We introduce new creators and stuff. Like, it is tough to keep that going, especially in these down markets. So, shout out to them for even getting that far. And it's unfortunate, but and that kind of really quick, that kind of shows you the health of DCG as a whole. If DCG is willing to sell one of their prized assets, and usually media goes first because that's already like an additional thing. Billionaires get media companies and newspaper companies. Traditionally, as of now, they're not making money in modern times, or whatever. I would say traditionally, modern times, they're not making money, but there's still a way to spread your reach. I saw somebody post essentially that one of the reasons why Elon Musk may have bought Twitter was for the AI capabilities. If you put some AI, basically, if you put different AI analysts analyzing algorithms on Twitter, then you could essentially feed what culturally and socially and everything what humans think, and you can put that in AI products, and they can think like the humans. So I kind of get that point of view, and some other communication things, other reasons. But yeah, if you start looking at CoinDesk as that same thing, as essentially being an asset to your company, has already made a lot of money, and you're still selling it, that's tough. They're selling one of the most prized possessions, and they still might not have enough money. So that's a big look on DCG. It's crazy, but some other crazy news is this new company that many of us have not heard of, including ourselves, and that was Bitzlato. And it looks like Bitzlato and its founder will face enforcement actions from U.S. authorities. First and foremost, before Bitcoin Day covers this story, I want to point out again, you all think like you do this homework yourself right now. Are the chances that the United States on Wednesday, today's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Thursday. All right, so
Thursday.
Today's Thursday, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
MLK made the week speed up.
Bro, I'm behind on so much stuff. All right, so yesterday was Wednesday. All right, so here's my point of view. So MLK Day was Monday. So you're telling me the government on Tuesday and Wednesday, within 48 hours, found a new crypto exchange that was laundering money and decided to enforce actions against them? Or could it be they already knew about the exchange? They've been sitting on it until literally after Martin Luther King Day, as we keep telling you every year, and they waited until after the Martin Luther King Day to start bringing regulation. I mean, do we call it or not? Seriously, we always say we don't know what it's going to be, what's going to happen. The regulators are coming after Martin Luther King Day every year. It never fails. This is the second story. First, DCG comes out with some stuff. Now we got Bitzlato. Like 2 days after Martin Luther King Day, people like you cannot make this up. They are literally just been waiting to do this until after the holiday. But what's going on with this Bitzlato? What is it? How did the U.S. even find out about it? Because, I mean, this is out of left field. When I started seeing the Bitzlato thing today, I was like, wait, what? And why is it getting so much coverage? Tell us about this story, Bitcoin Zay.
Oh, yeah. So Bitzlato, which has been a running joke on Twitter for the past 24 hours, has basically been captured by the Department of Justice, Treasury Department, and French law enforcement. They seized many of their resources, alleging the firm helped launder $700 million in illicit funds. And unfortunately for them, this is a major international cryptocurrency enforcement action, which is sort of, perfect timing because right now they're at the World Economic Forum talking about how they can regulate Bitcoin and cryptocurrency right now as we speak. And of course, after MLK, the regulators come back from break and then they go straight into regulation. Like we said, this whole first quarter is going to be about regulation and shutting down different large companies. So according to Monaco, the Department of Justice worked with the Treasury Department and French law enforcement to take action against Bitzlato for conducting a money transmitting business that transported and transmitted illicit funds that failed to meet U.S. regulatory safeguards. And they arrested Leg Kadamov, a Russian national based in China. They arrested him in Miami.
It sounds a lot like Alexander Finnick, by the way, but go ahead.
I was about to say, it sounds very Alexander Vinnick-ish, but he was a Russian national operating out of China, and they arrested him in Miami. And
why do they keep coming to the States? Stop it, you idiot!
What are you doing? They're going to capture. Listen, he on the beach putting his toes in the sand, and yo ass got $700 million in illicit funds. Boy, stay in Russia, stay in China.
If you do business, people like internet world, listen to me, world. If you're doing business with China, Russia, Iran, Iraq, Syria, semi-Turkey right now, to be real, for those who don't know. So that's about 5 or 6. What's the do with Venezuela? Is it Venezuela with the president
Venezuela. Yep.
Maduro? All
Madero.
right, so
Yep.
that's 7. North Korea 8. Am I missing anything? I think that's about the main ones.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones. People, if you do
El
business with those
Salvador.
8 countries,
El
El
Salvador.
Salvador now, yeah, if
Yeah.
you do business with those countries, you're not even allowed in U.S. Like, they're not going to tell you it, but I'm telling you it. You're not allowed here. Don't come here. That is working with the ops. We don't play that at all, okay? Do not come. I don't know why they keep coming when they do this. This is so hilarious to me.
No,
Guess I'll go to Miami this week.
Yeah,
I guess I'll go to San Diego this week. Like, no.
What? No more parties in USA. No more parties in
real
USA.
Quick, you keep going. Not only that, I just want to say something. Not only is this a dumb move, it's also dumb because y'all really trying to US like we not a gang. Y'all trying to US like we a bunch of bitches. Y'all gonna say we're gonna do some illegal stuff against the crown, against the gang, and we're gonna come in y'all backyard and just sit around like y'all not about it? What? Oh, we about it. We just waiting until after the holiday. Oh, we're gonna enjoy our vacation. We'll get his ass that first week back. Trust me. Thursday, first week back, got his ass. This is crazy news. $700 million. Again, this is reading like Alexander Finnick. What else is going on?
Oh yeah. So if we jump to the other Bitzlato story, basically the guy Led Kadamov, it's funny. They were making fun of him because back on Bitcoin Talk back in 2011, he basically posted, "I've had a disk crash recently, which caused wallet loss. I have 50 coins on it, but I have a backup copy with 0 balance, so I restored my wallet. To my surprise, 50 coins appeared again. Is this really possible? Did Bitcoin download my coins from network? Thank you." So basically, he discovered the power of magic internet money on Bitcoin Talk. So they're basically all making fun of him. But this is the person that created an entire exchange. Realized, how powerful Bitcoin is and what he could do. And of course, he tried to, I guess, launder money via Binance, who is in the news as well from CZ. So we'll talk about that as well. But unfortunately for him, he said, opening the Bitzlato exchange, "My team and I have analyzed numerous failure scenarios, including a simulation of a hacker attack by the exchange owners and operators, and we found a solution that allows us to operate a Bitcoin exchange in a highly secure manner." Well, the one thing you didn't account for was the Department of Justice showing up on your front door and shutting all your shit down. So that's unfortunate. I actually think this is a bigger play here. I don't think it's just some guy that
Come on.
Just like
we
Vinnick.
Know it. Come on.
Somebody
it's Vinnick. This is Alexander Finnick all over again.
And then on top of that, it's not just this company, but it's a lot of companies that right now I think they're laundering a bunch of money through. They just haven't been caught yet. It's impossible. It's like a game of whack-a-mole. We got 22,000 cryptos right now. It's almost impossible to track all of them. Chain analysis don't have to hire 87,000 agents like the IRS if they want to try and catch everybody. Because you really can't. And they move pretty slow because to build a case, it may take years. So how many people can actually catch? It's just don't be the one that gets caught, basically.
Yeah. I agree with you. And again, this whole Bitzlato story is crazy. Even dating back, if you all notice, and I showed you this in the masterclass, if you notice on our Bitcoin forum profile, which we have as well, we've never actually posted. We've just used it as a lurker profile now for since 2016, so over 6 years now. This is why though. Like this is this is why, and I showed people that in class many times when we show them my profile. I'm like, I literally use this profile just to search. I don't post. Like that's why, because next thing you know, they'll have your post on fucking Cointelegraph from 2011 when you was a noob trying to figure some shit out. Like no, ain't nobody be. So we don't post on it, but this is kind of crazy to see it. I think this is Alexander Finnick all over again. Going really quick to this FinCEN article. When they said they were the counterparties, they actually pointed out essentially what happened. They said the agency noted that between 2019 and 2021, Bitzlato received crypto worth $206 million from darknet markets, $224 million from scams, and $9 million from ransomware attackers. So they literally were the launderers from all the bad guys, it looks like. Of course, they mentioned – go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, here's the thing. The founder got found, but all the bad guys you just mentioned, none of them are going to jail.
Did not. And that's what I was about to mention. So you even see here, they're saying they have an office in Moscow where they accept transactions. Essentially, they've been doing transactions for all these nefarious characters. But we want to point out the Alexander Finnick connection because this is what I did get wrong, but not in its entirety. When that whole Brittany Griner situation happened, if you remember, I think it's still pinned to our Twitter profile. We said exactly what's going to happen. She would be back. The only thing we got wrong is who they were trader out for. I thought they were trader out for Alexander Finnick because we literally got him the same day they gave her sentence. But since we gave Russia the merchant of death back before we gave Alexander Finnick back, a financial guy who might have just laundered a few $1 billion of Bitcoin through his exchange, then that means he was the real target. He is a high target. And that means this whoever this guy, I can't remember pronounce his last name, he is the next Finnick. And if the United States get our hands on him, he'll be the next bargaining chip as well. I think that whole Grindr situation or whatever, and Alexander Finnick had a lot to do with each other. As I said, we've been following that story. If you noticed, ever since we gave back the merchant of death, that's been the whole story. No one in the United States even knows we have Alexander Finnick or who he is, but those who are in crypto. So I think this is going to be the same play. I think we're going to get him. We're going to have him right next to Alexander Finnick. We're going to put them both in the same room. Y'all need to paint this picture of where this money's coming from and where it goes when y'all get done. How is the government involved? They're going to have them both in the room getting smacked around, I think. This is crazy news, though. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Bitzlato is officially down. And again, they waited until after Martin Luther King Day to introduce the name and the story to you. Never fails.
First time hearing about it.
Right. Compass Mining is being sued for losing Bitcoin mining machines bought by customers, it says here. The lawsuit alleges that Compass Mining didn't disclose to BitRiver that it was only the middleman, not the owner of his customers' machines. Ooh, some dirty, some dirty moves right there. Oh, my goodness. What is going on with Compass Mining and why they lying about what they do in their business? I mean, and it's crazy that they're lying because they're being looked at as like one of the most stand-up companies and all this other stuff in the space. Now you tell me they lie? What's going on with Compass?
I mean, damn, can we get some good news today? Sheesh. I mean,
right, this is crazy.
Out, exchanges can't withdraw anything. Everybody is getting fired from companies. I mean, good gracious. And now Compass Mining, who was, like you said, one of the quote-unquote upstanding companies, but customers are suing Compass Mining for over $2 million alleging fraud after the company cut ties with Russian hosting company BitRiver and failed to return customers' Bitcoin machines, citing a non-applicable United States sanction as the reason. So, according to the court documents, Compass Mining issued a notice that it has terminated its relationships and dealing with BitRiver due to the sanctions imposed by Executive Order 14024, which you can view yourself. And it's alleged that Compass did not offer or return or even retrieve the assets its customers entrusted the company with at BitRiver's facilities in Russia. However, it was stated that it is false that the mining machines return would violate the executive order, which prohibits dealings with the sanctioned entities. So it's a bunch of he said, she said, and BitRiver representatives responded. They basically said, from a legal point of view, BitRiver's contract is with Compass, and all equipment is owned by Compass. Thus, you must address all questions directly with Compass. So basically, they put their hands up. Don't ask me shit. Talk to Compass. Y'all, they're the ones that own the machines. We're just a middleman. We were just getting it to the people. And one of the funny things about this story is that the company that's behind Compass is Russian. Why do we keep seeing Russians that's behind it? I told you all how many times have I told you all when I met those Russians in LA back in 2017 and they were dying. They saw me with a Bitcoin shirt on, and that was the night we were with Matt, and we were at Tao. And at that restaurant, you know, that was your birthday. That was like
that was my birthday then.
Like 6 years to the day. And when I walked past, they just started laughing. It was like, oh, you know about Bitcoin? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, you don't understand. I was like, man, we have so much Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. We don't even need whatever currency. We don't need anybody else, whatever. This was 2017, people. I told you, they got to have mining going, companies, trading companies, billions of Bitcoin, because the way that they're basically like, sanctions, man, we don't care about sanctions.
You forgot what else happened that year, though.
What, in 2017?
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to.
That's when Vinnick got took down.
Well, with Vinnick as well, and I won't show my cards the whole way like some of these other people did, which again I've advised some of their friends against. But so 2017, people, when I was long story short, I was in New York for some other stuff doing a conference. It was like a men's summit conference I was speaking at, and it was a Russian dude who literally flew from Russia, and I was one of the people on his hit list to meet at this conference because he was like, yeah, you know, from some of the other people who had told him about me. And then he was like, I heard you was in crypto too, or whatever. So we talked about a lot of stuff there, and he was a player in Russia. And then shortly after that is when I was invited to Romania to talk Bitcoin and crypto to some of the biggest internet stars right now, which I ended up not going because I heard about some of the other businesses that was happening. I was like, I'm good. Y'all wild over there right now. but yeah, I was invited to Romania to talk crypto to some people out in Romania, and some of them were from the UK and Russia as well. And I was just like, oh, they got some shit. And I mean, just from what I was being told, they was like, nah, bro, like you can run it out here. Like you can run these numbers out.
You can use any exchange. There's nothing to stop you. You can do margin trading, all that in Europe.
That's why I use that VPN. I use the Romania and all that. For those who've been in the coaching class, you ever notice I keep using those VPNs from that area. Like that's one of the reasons why. Like I've spoken to people there, I understand. But so yeah, to see in 2017, like Alexander Finnick got locked up. I'm talking to Russians. The Russian joke you just had, and then here we come full circle. I would not be surprised. Breaking hot news. I wouldn't be surprised if Crypto.com has a large presence in either Russia or China. People, it's one of the two that's backing them. Is it China? Okay.
It's got to be China.
One or two.
The Lakers got LeBron.
One or two.
And LeBron is in bed with China.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Boom. There it is.
Yeah. It's China.
More than likely China. There it is. Other than that, that is the show for the day. Really quick, I saw some great comments and tips. Thank you, Drew G, for the tip. Have we used Travala to travel using crypto? Yes, I have, and I think Zay has too.
I just bought my ticket to Florida with Travala like a couple days ago.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been using Travala for a couple years now. Yeah.
Yeah, I use them too. I used Travala a few times. I will say this: they initially claimed it was cheaper. It's not cheaper. It's going to be the same price. Yeah, it's the same price. It's just you can use Bitcoin and cryptocurrency with it. Works perfect. Yeah, I actually when I came to Miami for the Bitcoin conference, because my whole thing with going to Miami, I was like, I'm only using like Bitcoin this week for the most part if I can like help it. And yeah, I bought my ticket with it. I got like some of the hotels with it. You know, I got this strip club, got popping the bottles, got that with it. So
that's what I'm saying.
You can use it everywhere.
People think that it's funny when people are like, well, you can't spend it on anything. And I'm just like I've literally,
all you gotta do is talk to people.
I spent a whole week off Bitcoin because when I was in Chicago, I lost my card and I didn't have any access to it. And in order to use it, I used BitRefill, used gift cards for Uber, for food places, for Whole Foods to get groceries, for Travala to get the flight back. Like literally, you use Bitcoin for all of this stuff. One step away. Right. We really don't even need these companies to accept it. I mean, as long as BitRefill, Travala, Alternative Airlines is another one. You can get hotels. And then, of course, the strip club, they accepted crypto. So you can actually get tables and bottles and all that.
Which it was a long process. It was a long process, but it worked out.
Bitcoin to Ethereum to strip coin on your MetaMask, and then you got to send it to them. You got to wait because they don't have no reception in there.
Well, so so that's what I'm gonna say. So no, the reception, and it was so they accepted it. I think it was like they accepted it and they done it before, but they hadn't done it enough. So it's one of those things. It was like you taking an order, and I was like, but no, my Big Mac, I want bacon but no cheese, and they like, all right, where the bacon button at, bro? Like, hey, I need help with the bacon button. It was something like that. So it was just like 5 people huddled up, like, all right, we know. And I was just like, bro, give me your shit. Like, give it to me so I can just show you how to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
They all nervous. Like, no, we can't give it to you. I'm like, y'all don't know what y'all doing, bro. Like, just trust me. Like, give it to me.
Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do that for my brother's bachelor party. I was like, just give me your phone. I was like, you don't know how to work it. It'll be much quicker with me.
Right.
I will waste the time in here.
Other than that, folks, again, holidays are over. We're getting back now. 2023. I always tell people every year. I was like, 2023 never starts until my birthday anyway. Low key, it's like after Martin Luther King Day weekend. Yeah. So we're officially just started 2023, as you can see by the government. They're starting to next 2 weeks, people. DCG ain't the only ones. They might be the biggest fish, but they or Bitzlato. They're not the only ones. The government's about to unveil a few new names. DCG is going bankrupt. There's new players out there, it looks like, with this whole Bitzlato thing. A lot of interesting things as this year starts. We're hoping for another price cut here in the next week or so. So we'll continue to watch out for that. But other than that, that is the show for today. Smash a like and share, and we will see you all tomorrow. Cheers.
Cheers.